Good morning, especially to Professor Muhammad Fakrabadi. Hi, sir. I'm Lorife de la Peña, a student from UCW under Asynchronous Learning of Fall Intake 2024. Today, I would like to present to you my individual project of MBAF 504 Business Economics. Now, we have three news articles. First, what if markets maximized both efficiency and fairness? That's for week 4. Efficiency and equity, welfare analysis and market failure. Second, global EV outlook 2024. Trends in electric vehicle batteries. That's for week 5. Production costs and perfect competition. Third, FTC sues Amazon for illegally maintaining monopoly power. That's for week 6. Monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly. Now, let's continue to the first one as what if markets maximized both efficiency and fairness? A recent Stanford Graduate School of Business Analysis provides insight into how markets may better balance efficiency, particularly in areas of key sectors such as housing and healthcare. This study finds that the normal markets depend on efficiency, but there is an important omission towards equitable resource distribution that leads to market failure and inequality. To address these issues, the researchers suggest that markets introduce mechanisms such as price controls and financial transfers to improve access for economically disadvantaged people. For example, the policy makers that offers target subsidies or public housing options along with market-based rents so that a more equitable distribution can be maintained without sacrificing productivity. We have now the bar graph for the impact of policy mechanism on market outcomes. On the left side, we have the performance levels percentage, and on the bottom, we have two indicators. The first one is the efficiency, and the last one is the equity. We identified two colors. The blue one represents before mechanism, while the green one represents after mechanism. We can see that the chart above aligns with insights from the Stanford Graduate School of Business Analysis, illustrates the financial transfers on market outcomes. First, before mechanism, the market shows high efficiency, which is 90%, but low in equity, which is 30%, highlighting a significant imbalance. While after mechanism, its efficiency slightly reduces to 75%, but equity is dramatically improves to 70%, showcasing a more balanced approach. This visualization demonstrates that targeted intervention can enhance fairness without a drastic compromise in productivity. Thus, the concept connects directly to the themes of welfare analysis, efficiency, and market failures by integrating equity into market design. This approach aligns with welfare economics, demonstrating that markets can be adjusted to achieve a broader societal goals while maintaining their efficiency potentials. Number 2, trends in electric vehicle batteries. An article that is relevant to the topic of electric vehicle battery production and how it relates to economic principles of production costs, and market structures like perfect competition best explains the shifts currently being realized in the global market. According to the International Energy Agency, or IES Global Electric Vehicle Outlook, the past year was marked by major capacity additions, mostly in China, Europe, and the US. And now that demand is stabilizing, it is indeed surpassing supply, especially in China, where less than 40% of maximum cell output has been utilized. It thus brings down battery prices. Such savings means more dollars back into the pockets of the consumers, increasing the likelihood of purchasing sooner an EV. Still, the scenario creates a headache for those manufacturers who are operating at the lower profit margins, risking further potential losses on those exports. And lastly, FTC sues Amazon for illegally maintaining monopoly power. The Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, escalated its antitrust lawsuit against Amazon in August 2024, accusing the company of monopolistic practices that stifle competition. The FTC claims that Amazon enforces restrictive agreements and pricing policies, preventing sellers from offering lower prices on alternative platforms. This behavior allegedly discourages fair competition, disadvantages smaller sellers, and ultimately harms consumers. As a monopoly case, it highlights the Amazon's significant power to dominate the online retail market, influencing both pricing and competitive dynamics globally. In conclusion, the Federal Trade Commission's lawsuit against Amazon underscores the significant challenges posed by monopolistic practices in the modern digital economy by allegedly enforcing restrictive agreements and pricing policies. Amazon's actions may hinder competition, disadvantage smaller sellers, and limit consumers' choice. This case highlights the broader implications of unchecked market dominance, emphasizing the need for regulatory scrutiny to ensure fair competition, protect smaller businesses, and promote consumers' welfare in an increasingly interconnected global market. The outcome of this case could serve as a precedent for addressing monopoly power in the online retail sector and beyond. That ends my presentation. Thank you and warm regards.